One of the things that I did for many years when planning lessons when teaching kids is I would try to give them some magic formula to know God. I would try to give them this is the lesson that's going to be the one that's going to make them experience God and know God and solve all their problems. And what I realized is that's just not going to be the way that it works. It's going to be a process of teaching over time. It's going to be a process of me loving them. And so now I've got a little bit different way of how I go about teaching a lesson. The most attractive thing about any Christian is what God's doing in their life at that time. God is the only thing that's attractive in us. If there's anything good in us, it's because God is doing it in us. So when we plan lessons for kids, once you get your lessons, step number one is not to memorize it, to take it back to the kids and just dump it over onto them. Step number one is to just sit in front of God and receive that lesson for yourself. You can't tell a kid somewhere to go when you're not there yourself. You can't just say, go there. What you say is, come follow me. And God has taught me this lesson. Now let me share this with you. Take your lesson and open it up and sit down and read it and say, God, speak to me. God, show me. God, open up my heart that I may behold wondrous things out of your law. God, show me these things. And you receive it yourself first. And then when you go and talk to the kids, you're not just giving them a lesson. What you're doing is sharing God with them in a way that you've already received it. It just is a more natural way of discipleship. It's not just, here's this magic answer. God, I've experienced God. I've seen God in this way. And now I want to share that with you. I want to open up what God is doing in my life and share my life with you right now. So step one in planning a lesson is not just to memorize the lesson and teach the facts. Man, experience God in this lesson. Listen to God. Hear what God has to say to you. And then you share it with the kids.